Barrie Central has always been filled with spirit and pride, and it was no different during this final historical year.
We had a reunion a couple weekends ago for everyone, but this is just for the current
staff
students
and
of
students
Central.
to celebrate the year that we've had and the years that we've had in the past. It's
just a fun day to celebrate.
For fun.
I've been in student council, all 3 years I've been here, and I've also been in many plays here. I've been in the Medea show, and I was just in our town.
I've played football, rugby, I've done like yearbook work.
I played basketball, I swam, I played 7s, and then I played 15s.
In grade 10 I played badminton, and then grade 9, 10, 11 I played football, and then rugby since grade 10.
I played football, soccer, and rugby. Also been in the metal tech shop a lot.
I played badminton and basketball and Nordic ski this year.
I'm involved in band and drumline, so most of the music stuff, and I did some sports in grade 10. And
I've been in swimming, and I've also been in social justice.
I help out in the auditorium. I'm an AV and lighting technician. I've also been on several different clubs and teams, and generally I help all the teachers around the school with computer technical questions.
So I did green team, I did social justice, I did jazz band, I did senior band, I did the junior band.
In grade 11, I was part of the soccer team, and then this year I was part of the student council at one point.
I've been involved in classics club. I was on the chess team for a little while. I've been on the curling team for my whole high school career, and I've been in concert band for a few years. I played the French horn.
I played football and I did a little bit of wrestling too.
We've both been involved with student council, social justice,
Tennis, soccer,
skiing.
So I am vice president of senior band, as you can see with my jersey. I'm also in jazz band, the drum line, green team, and I also played on the chess team this year.
Mainly basketball because I play rep basketball, but I've also done volleyball, track and field, ultimate frisbee, rugby, and a couple sort of more academic things as well, like Model UN and book club and social justice. So one of the biggest things that I've learned from the school is to just be kind to everybody. We're a very small school, and when people say a central family, we really are a family. So being involved in everything, whether it's sports teams or extracurriculars or arts council or just, hanging out with people that maybe you don't normally talk to, but you want to get to know. Being more outgoing and really being nice to everybody has really, been one of the biggest lessons that the school has taught me.
We meet up every week, and we make plans on what we can do to help our community. So we've done a few coffee houses where we'll collect a fee for people to get into the library, and then there will be people singing. So it's like a little concert, and we raise a bunch of money from it.
Honestly, I've had friends that have gone to other schools and they don't have anything near the same school spirit. So just being part of this, going to school every day and having a family, really. It's a family away from my home.
Central means a lot to me. I really love all the special programs we have, and I really think all the murals on the walls and everything we have inside the building really means a lot to everyone, especially because everyone can contribute to a mural on the wall or a brick on the wall. It really means that everyone gets to contribute their own piece to Central, what they feel Central is.
Well, I'm in the Social Justice Club, which is actually what organized this event today mainly. So we meet on Tuesdays at lunch and we discuss different fundraisers that we can do. We do a lot of fundraisers for Free the Children and the We Day organization. And one of the ones that we did this year was the We Are Silent. So for the entire day, everyone who chooses to participate in it doesn't speak, to represent everyone else in developing countries who don't have a voice. We also did a fundraiser for the David Busby Center, so we collected socks during the wintertime because for homeless people that's one of the most important things because they're just walking all day and they need a new pair of socks every day. We went to Model UN and we had 2 teams and we came first and second, and it was really eye-opening to see how the real UN actually works.
The green team is a group of students that we meet at the beginning of the year, and then we meet every week on Mondays. And we do everything that we can to try and make Barrie Central a more environmentally friendly school and to raise awareness with the students. So this week we've been celebrating. We got the gold level certification as an eco school, which means last year we got silver. So that means that we're recycling properly, we're reducing how much energy we're using as a school, how much we're throwing out as a school, and just overall reducing the impact our school has on the planet. Everyone participated to make sure that this happened. And it's not without the efforts of every single student that this could have happened.
So here at Barrie Central, every year, we always strive to be the best with our sports teams. It's always amazing memories, and we're always the team that everybody wants to beat, and it's always a ridiculous time.
Rugby seems complicated. It looks really scary, especially because you're literally smashing into people. But the adrenaline really gets you. I remember one of my favorite memories is I got tackled for the first time in a game, and it was a hard tackle. It took my breath away, and I jumped right back up, and that's when it just hits you. You're like, I'm ready. That's all you need. That's just that first hit, and then it's like you're a superstar.
The greatest moment for me was probably beating Barrie North in about 20 years in football.
Rugby was really fun. I wasn't really a leader last year or the year before, so I was quite surprised when I got voted, but it was worth it and a lot of fun. I was glad to lead.
We were on a senior rugby team, and so it was our last year ever competing, so it was a lot of pressure, but we managed to win the GBs as usual. But as we got to OFSA, unfortunately we got upset in the quarters, but it was still a highlight because after the game we all came together, and it really just showed how much of a Central family we are, and win or lose, that we can still come out of it like a phoenix. We can rise from it.
Swim team was really fun. We've won GBs the past few years in a row, but we had a smaller team this year, so we came up short. But a bunch of us made it to OFSA, which was really fun.
I played since grade 10. We've had great success even this year, even though we didn't come out with a gold medal this year. It was still a great success. We still all went home champions.
I'd probably say our final game of this year when I got to go in and play scrum half. Well, last year we won gold, and that was the best feeling of my life, honestly, so far. Everyone worked so hard for that. I don't know if we can ever amount to that again, you know?
Only played rugby my last year, and that was probably the highlight of this whole high school career thing. I also played volleyball, and that was pretty fun. I played since grade 9, and grade 9 we weren't too good because of work to rule. Grade 10 we won GBs. Grade 11 we won SCAA. Grade 12 we won grade AA also. And it's a really great family. This year there's only 8 girls, and we were all really, really close.
The first time I ever curled was at Central, and then this year I got to play Vice, which is the second in command, so that was pretty cool. I actually won leadership award this year at the athletic banquet.
Well, this year I have to say my favorite thing was kind of teaching other people on the team, because our team was mostly juniors, how to play rugby, and I kind of gave them, I showed them my passion for the sport, and we got to share it together. The most memorable moment of this year was probably us when we finally clicked as a team and came together. We faced North at home. It was our last home game, and I think that's also what brought us together, is the fact that we love the school.
Just Central swim team, I love it so much. We just walk up to the Y every Monday and Wednesday, I believe it is, and we just practice there for 45 minutes. We have the Trojans on the Barrie Trojan team that help us out, so we've won GBs a couple years in a row, and we've made it off onto OFSA as well. So we're have an outstanding swim team program, but it's also just a lot of fun.
Whenever we whenever in the try zone, if you touch the ball to the side of the post, the coach will give you a chocolate milk. So that was a big thing. Everybody was trying to get chocolate milks this year. They were dancing around the end zones, trying to just get to the post and touch it on the post, and that was a pretty funny thing.
The biggest thing that makes me laugh is probably Mr. Porter coaching. He was my basketball coach for all 4 years, and he's very, very passionate about the game. So sometimes there'd be instances where maybe we were up by 30 points in some games, and we would run the play just wrong, we would miss a screen or miss a pass or something, and you could just hear him on the sideline saying, "Rachel, you gotta do better!" And I'm like, "Mr. Porter, we're up by 30 points. He's like, "I know, Rachel, but you gotta do better!" And just having him there and really pushing me to be the best I could be, no matter the circumstances. It was funny, and especially on video, because you can hear him screaming in the background. But he also taught me to really strive to be the best you can be, no matter the circumstances.
Our teachers are an incredibly important part of our growth and maturity. They represent who we are, who we want to become, and are incredible role models.
Central rules!
My favorite teacher is hands down Mr. Ramsey. I just really like his energy, and I think he made me like history. I feel like if I would have taken it at a different school, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much, but just because it was him, I liked it.
My favorite teacher doesn't go here anymore, but he was my calculus. I've had him like 4 times. He was bio, calculus, functions, and physics teacher. His name was Mr. Gilwitz. He works at the school board now, but he's really funny, sarcastic, but smart as well and helpful and genuinely cared about you.
Probably gym class with Mr. Andrews. We have best coaches, I think, in Ontario, honestly. We had Andrews coached Canada. We have Porter that does coaching everywhere. It's just, honestly, it's just great. It's just great vibes, everything.
Actually, my grade 12 chemistry course with Mr. Shammy as a teacher, he made me basically choose to go into chemistry future, and he really changed what I wanted to do.
Music, yeah. Miss Perry's definitely my favorite teacher. I learned a lot in music. I really learned a lot about myself, I guess. And I plan to keep playing music after high school too, just because of everything I did here.
My favorite teacher is Miss Crows. She teaches biology, and she inspired me to go into a biology major, so I'm going next year to university for that.
What Rashad said as well, Central's a really close-knit family, and I feel like all the teachers really care about you as well, so they're really interested in what you want to do in the future and helping you achieve that, and they're always willing to help, and that's been really nice.
The subject that's been most inspirational is probably Mr. Chestnut's computer science class. He let me do different ISUs, and I actually built like a Wi-Fi network pretty much in the middle of nowhere for like 6 football fields.
I would say definitely Miss Perry is a big influence on me. And I think really playing with the band really opened my eyes a bit. And then I started actually teaching music, and she's really changed the way I actually view and interpret music. So I would say that's a big one.
No, I didn't know that I wanted to go into history when I came here in grade 9. But throughout school, I had Mr. Maber and Mr. Ramsey as my history teachers, and they made class really fun and enjoyable. So that's how I found out what I want to pursue.
This year, I guess Mr. Fowler. He's taught me both the subjects that I enjoy the most, and next year I'm going to Waterloo for engineering, so math and physics, good.
One teacher that's been a real inspiration for me, Mr. Andrews. He's helped me through, helped me through a little bit of grade 11, but we started really talking in grade 12, and he's helped me through classes and calming me down in sports, and we click. He's a great guy. And
I would say the number one inspirational teacher's got to be Mr. Maver. I've known him since first semester grade 10. I was in his grade 11 law class because I had reached ahead, and he's always been that teacher that I can joke around with. I go into his classroom almost every morning, just, hi, how you doing? Did you see this in the news? And we joke around. He's also the director of Drumline.
Well, I had some other aspirations in grade 9, but after taking, some classes and being really inspired by a few different teachers, I'm now actually going to go to Western for literature studies, and then I'm going to go to University of Toronto for my master's, and I'm going to become an ordained minister in the United Church.
There have been loads of teachers. Mainly Mr. Malandrino would have to be the one. He was my English teacher last year. He was the one that I would always go to, whether I needed help editing an essay or, there were just some things I needed to talk about. But there have been, honestly, any teacher here I could go to. They're an incredible staff.
As the teachers truly care about the students. A few that come to my mind: Mr. Champagne, my grade 10 English teacher, Mr. Fowler, who's my physics teacher right now, and Miss Faye, who's my English teacher. Mr. Fowler, I think this was his first year at Central, actually, and he is such an amazing teacher because I don't want to say it's rare to find teachers who care so much, but I guess it is. And he dedicates so much time to his students. You can ask him to stay after school if you need help, and he will. Every lunchtime he's available to go and ask him for help. So that's really great to be available for students like that.
So Miss Campbell has definitely been the most influential teacher in my high school career. She has taught me food and nutrition, sociology, psychology, and anthropology, and she's also taught me my child studies class, and she has become like a friend, and sometimes I call her mom. She's like my mom at school. She is always there for me. She's always pushing me to do better for myself and has inspired me to do so many things. She's taught me to be myself and to be true to who I am, and she's given me some great advice.
The drama, in class drama presentations are really fun because Consolo really lets us
do our own thing and express ourselves in that sense. So.
Well, Miss Lipensky was really good at organizing all this stuff, and I look up to her because she is a go-getter. She always does everything. That's super fun.
Music has always filled our hallways, not only from our talented band and drum corps, but from the coffee houses and the libraries, and our very own Central's Got Talent.
Welcome to Barrie Central's annual talent show.
We've sailed away into the sky. At times like this, I sure could use a dog.
Is Frank in here? Is he in the house? Mr. Consolo? Oh, Mr. Consolo. Sorry, I thought we were friends.
We were sad, getting old, and made us erase this. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. Now that I found your state, let me love you, baby. Let me love you.
And though the truth may vary, this ships will carry our bodies safe to shore. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. And we know that it could be, and we know that it should.
I've always enjoyed helping out with the performances and mainly watching the performances, because we have many very talented singers that it's an honor to have helped them with mics and basically get them all set up so that they look good and sound good on the stage.
So drumline is something that's, I believe it's unique to Barrie Central in the city of Barrie. Bear Creek's starting one because that's where Mr. Maver is headed off to next year. But it's a school spirit thing. It's part of the culture of Barrie Central. We're the band that goes out there and we play for the rugby team when they're playing out at GVs or something like that. And it's a lot of fun because I don't play drums normally. I joined last year just for something different to try out, and it seemed like a lot of fun. And it's really helped me grow as a musician, and it's just a load of fun to go out there and play with your friends, hit some drums and make some music.
When there's a spirit week, everybody participates. If there's a coffee house, everybody's there. Every time there's an event, the whole school comes out and everyone's really supportive and no one's booing anyone off the stage. And I mean, that's pretty rare with a bunch of teenagers.
The Fisher Auditorium has had so much culture and talent. This year was no different with productions of Our Town and the Spring Concert.
We did Medea from Sears, and more recently we did Our Town. And those were both really fun.
So the spring concert, it's a yearly tradition. We have our Christmas concert and our spring concert. So yeah, it was very nice. It was a last little hurrah for the band, and usually it's the grade 12s and that's their last performance, but it's the last official performance for the Barrie Central Band, not counting the alumni concert. And it was a lot of fun to go up there and play one more time some pieces that we've been working on for a couple months and just perform for our friends and family.
Definitely going on the trips, going to Music Fest over in Collingwood, and going to Music Fest Nationals when I was in grade 11 was a lot of fun. So we went to Toronto for that, which was a blast.
I've done band all 4 years, and last year I was vice president, and this year I'm president of band exec. So I get to help organize all our fun nights and our concerts and everything.
But also with band, I've had so many great experiences. We went on a lot of trips to we went to Wonderland this year and stuff, and it was just so much fun, and I met so many people.
Probably multiple hours any given week, and sometimes, many times I'll stay after school late from, I guess our day ends at 2:30, and I'll probably be in the auditorium until about 8 o'clock at night, setting up so that the performers or whoever's putting on their event is ready for the next day.
I was recently a part of the Our Town cast. It was the last show that Central put on. It was a very hard 6 months of rehearsals, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into it, and it was very difficult to get through. Mr. Consolo and Miss Weaning were the directors, and they did an amazing job at keeping everyone's spirits up and making sure that everyone was really putting their all into every rehearsal, and they were able to be there even though they knew sometimes there was really hard times where people just wanted to give up, but we were all able to push through, and everyone loved the play. We had a bunch of sold out shows, and elementary schools came to see us, and it was a very fun time, and it was one of the things that I'll remember at Central forever.
Our bands are amazing. Every year they go to music festivals. At the Georgian Bay Music Festival, we usually get gold or high silver for our junior band, our senior band, our jazz band, and our drum line. We have one of the best music programs. We've won gold at nationals for almost all of those categories for a few years now.
My most memorable time at Central was probably the musical I did last year, which was Sympathy Jones. We did it with Miss McLaurin, who was the one who also organized Celebrate Central. It's always such a great experience when you're able to collaborate with your fellow students and your teachers who all dedicate so much time and effort into creating an amazing production. So that was a lot of fun for me.
173 years of memories in this institution. What will the last students at Barrie Central Collegiate remember about their school?
I think it should be remembered like kind of the saying, like, smile because it happened, don't cry because it's over. It's really every single day you came in and something good would happen, and it's just the teachers are a family, the students are a family, and there isn't really anything that that kind of wasn't great about it. It was just, all of it was a highlight.
Another amazing memory here at Barrie Central were our dances. We had semi-formals like the usual school dances, but we also had white attire, which is basically you wear white and glow sticks, and then it's just black light and everybody's glowing. It sounds really cool, and the reason that it was just amazing is because everyone here at Barrie Central is a family, so it was like a family rave in the small gym, and just you're dancing with everybody because you know everybody, and it was just amazing. It's awesome.
Central was during our grade 9 Central's Got Talent, and this kid that I knew in my grade who hardly spoke was really shy. He did this whole hip-hop dance routine, and it was awesome, and just like the crowd went crazy, and that's probably one of my favorite memories.
Winning OFSA gold last year was pretty good for me because everyone was really happy about it, and we worked really hard towards getting that goal.
It was a really close game. We were about to lose. All the other team had to do was kick it out, and they didn't manage to get the distance on it, so Keaton Porter, our other captain at the time, caught it, and then he ran and scored, and we won just by a miracle.
It was just great to represent Central that way and win a gold medal on home turf. It was an amazing feeling. I'll never forget that.
Probably at practice when Mr. Andrews is just always out there having fun with us. That's probably the best memories.
My favorite memory in Central was probably, like, it actually just happened today. I just hosted Central's Got Talent with my best friend.
My favorite memory at Central has been traveling. So I got to go to Austria and Germany in grade 10 with the band, and then we did a history trip in grade 11 to France. And those are really cool opportunities for me to be able to learn about other cultures and to get closer with my friends on the trip.
I actually really enjoyed Nordic ski. It was my first year doing it. It was the first time Central ever had a Nordic ski team. And the coach was really nice. There's only 3 girls on the team, and we all struggled to learn how to stand on skis, and then competed in GBs, and actually none of us came last, so that was a big highlight for us.
Just because we know it is the last year, and I've met so many alumni this year as well, we did a big band get together, and I met people who were in the bands in like the 50s and stuff like that. So I think actually everybody coming together, even the alumni from years back, just shows a lot of our spirit that we've had over the years, and it's just encouraging our spirit as well this year.
I think if Central's taught me anything, it's the value of a community, because you can just go to school to learn and that's fine, but at Central they say, you know, Central family, and people sort of laugh, but like it really is at Central like a family, and it makes everything you do, the learning, the extracurriculars, more fun and easy, because high school is not an easy time for anyone, but having a good, strong community makes it better.
We're friends with everyone. Everyone in the school is friends with everyone else. Everyone knows everyone's name. All of the teachers know every student's name.
I got the opportunity to be captain of the 22nd year of Central Rugby, winning the final GB title that Central's able to win. I don't know, being captain was kind of an honor because I got to be the last one and finish the legacy off strong.
It was a great game. North has always been sort of our best rival. So it was the very end. We had the ball in our end zone, so we had to run the full field to get a try. We were going to kick it. The play was designed for a kick, but my coach was behind me and said, "Rachel, look at the wide open space. If you can run it, run it." And so I looked and I'm like, okay, I think I can make it maybe a little bit further because I knew the game was almost over. And so I got the ball and I just ran until somebody stopped me, and I guess nobody did. This was my first year playing rugby, so I had a lot to learn. I had to learn all the rules and sort of playing with the players. But the coaches and the players, especially our captains, Michaela Barker and Brie English and Chanel Lindegard, helped tremendously. That was my first sort of full field try, and so I knew that if I could do it once, hopefully I'd be able to do it again.
I wouldn't be where I am without the teachers here and the way they've taught us and kind of grown with us.
Well, one highlight play I tell everybody, we went to Nonosaga Pines and intercepted the ball, and I ran it 80-some yards, I think, for a touchdown, and that's probably my favorite play of my whole high school career.
All of the teachers' assemblies. I took videos of some of them, and every time I watch it, it's just, they're all funny. The teachers make fools of themselves.
I haven't done any major trips with the band. We did nationals last year where we took gold, and then we did our trip to Toronto this year, which I would say is my favorite. We went to see the TSO, and we saw the Forever Plaid musical, and then we ended our 2-day stay in Toronto with Wonderland, which was a lot of fun riding coasters with our teachers.
The life lesson that I think Central's given me is probably, it's the concept of how everybody can be a family, because we may not be brothers or sisters, but we all get along like a family. We can all almost say that we pretty much live at school, since I guess the educational system likes to keep us at school as much as they keep us at home.
Central definitely has helped me think about what I want to do in the future. I came here with one career path in mind, and with all the classes and the teachers I've met, they've inspired me to possibly go a different way and to help me find a lot of my passions, and they've helped me empower myself to improve in many subjects that I knew I wanted to do well in, and that will help me in the future. And they've given me a lot of advice in terms of taking gap years and what I should do in colleges and universities, and to not be afraid of what's coming ahead, because they know that every student will do great and they're able to be there for anyone, and they've given some great advice.
It's the last council,
The last yearbook.
the last prom, and the last graduating class. The Phoenix will not disappear when Barrie Central Collegiate closes.
Its spirit will live forever in the hearts of many people who have been lucky enough to be a part of this 173-year-old history.